Hello, everybody. It is Friday, and I have been invited from Florida to do morning newsy news. And I have brought special friends. My name is Lie Better Net, and I run a turtle sanctuary for turtles with special needs. It is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful thing. And I have brought some of my turtles with me. This is Cletus the turtle. He is very sweet. I feed him trash scraps. Um, he'd like to say some things. If you would, get me out of here. For the love of God, this bitch is crazy. I mean, I love her. I love her so much. She has a poop bucket. It's beautiful. We'll be talking about this later. I love Lynette. She helps me all the time. She's a beautiful woman. Donate to her for profit charity. She loves Florida. She's a beautiful person. Yes, I have been told that I am here to do news, but really, I have a for-profit turtle charity, and, um oh, crap, my kid just fell down. Hey, hey, we don't stand on stools to get knives. That's not what we do. We run with scissors. Okay, I've taken care of that. I am a parent of a young child too. I am a beautiful, loving, giving person. I spend all my time giving. I do have to do news though. Apparently, I can't just grift. Uh, well, my anxiety is over the roof because apparently I do have to do news. I do have to do news. Good morning, Slinky. Now, since, you know, Leroy the turtle has to, go ahead and try to escape, I'll bring on another turtle because I don't even know why he would say such lies about me. I guess he's joined the dark side, the conspiracy against me. I will be filing a cease and desist against Leroy the turtle because he's obviously just, well, he's taken the dark side. But in news, yes, thank you, JKD Buck. We did survive the storms. And my mother continues to linger in limbo between death and not. But I thank you all for your prayers in her limbo-ness. In a diabolical plot, a suspect who threw acid on his ex-girlfriend convinced his jail boyfriend to carry out a similar attack to cast doubt on guilt, cops say. They could have just raised turtles. There's so much hate in the world. While in jail for allegedly throwing acid on his ex-girlfriend, a 21-year-old Hawaii man convinced his cellmate to carry out a similar attack on a random person so it would quote unquote cast guilt on or cast doubt on his guilt, cops say. The first attack occurred on April 7th, 2023, when a woman outside a Honolulu fitness center reported a man came up to her and threw a liquid on her that caused burns on her face, shoulder, back, and legs. What a jerk face. That is not a nice person. I would have anxiety up over my roof, over my shack. Just terrible. Not a nice person. 2 weeks later, Honolulu police arrested 21-year-old Paul Cameron, the ex boyfriend of the victim, on attempted murder charges. While in Honolulu Community Correctional Center, Cameron befriended fellow inmate named Sebastian McQuan, who was awaiting trial on unrelated drug and assault charges, said Honolulu Police Lieutenant Deanna Tomias at a press conference Tuesday. An indictment says Cameron identified McQuan as his boyfriend. Spicy. Uh, Police intercepted a series of phone calls in which Cameron arranged to pay McQuan's bond. What a sweet boyfriend. McQuan bonded out of jail on January 22nd. Shortly after being bonded out, McQuan said he had a quote unquote job to do at Ala Moana shopping mall between 6 and 7 p.m. on January 23rd. McQuan allegedly threw a liquid chemical that caused severe chemical burns to Daenzing Zhang's face and body outside Planet Fitness, the indictment said. Tomei said the perpetrator used sulfuric acid in both attacks. You can just buy sulfuric acid? Not that that gives me any ideas, but where would one buy sulfuric acid? My name is Cletus, and I'm asking for a friend. Help me. Tomea said the perpetrator and the cops took McQuan into custody a short time later because of the similarity between the attacks. Tomea said cops started investigating any connection to McQuan and Cameron. They discovered the two men were in the same module together in jail. According to the indictment, correctional officers found an envelope with Cameron's name on it containing detailed instructions. Goodness, look, from personal experience, sweetie, there are things called handwriting experts, and you probably shouldn't write down your crimes. It can get you in a shit ton of trouble. Uh, Tomeas said handwriting experts confirmed Cameron wrote the instructions. Investigators believe Cameron orchestrated the second attack to cast doubt that he actually did the first, Tomea said. Grand jury indicted Cameron and McQuan on Tuesday on assault and attempted murder and conspiracy to commit attempted murder charges. The indictment details a diabolical plot that resulted in a complete stranger, an innocent woman, being gravely wounded, Honolulu prosecutor Steve Alm said in a statement. Zhang was a popular Chinese language teacher at Mary Knoll School. One parent said his daughter is asking what happened to her teacher, who remains it's a legal term of art. I have Daryl Brooks' Lawful Law to Law, a pro se guide to law. You should look it up. It's very good. No, I wrote the book on criminal conspiracy. I mean, allegedly in Minecraft. We just told her that, she's sick and staying in the hospital right now. Tony, she said in an interview with Hawaii News Now, so she couldn't come to school. Cameron's ex-girlfriend, who was the victim of his first alleged attack, says the plan shows his true character. I can't even remember what I said. If someone can remember what I said, write that down. Stat. I'm just hoping the government and people see him for his true self, uh, and who he really is because he's a monster, she told the outlet. He's a danger to the community. Well, he sounds like a true danger. And do you know who isn't a danger? Me. Me and my turtle sanctuary. Let me bring back Cletus. Hopefully, he's changed his attitude. Oh, replay. That's right. These are two of my turtles. They're very beautiful, but I've been forced to dumpster dive. I've been forced to dumpster dive for to feed my beautiful all of the meanness and harassment, and somebody filmed my deposition and put it on the YouTubes. Can you imagine someone putting something on the YouTubes and making me look like a moron with my own words, making me look bad with my own actions. My anxiety is up to the moon. I mean, John, get away from the fence. You're not even supposed to be out there. We're gonna get another fine. Do you 2 have anything you'd like to say now? We will gladly pay $5,000 to get us out of here. Look, we don't have Sarah McLachlan, but get us the F out of here. Look, we're sad turtles. We just want to live. Help us. She has a literal poop bucket. This isn't right. Help. Help. Yes, dear God. She poops in a bucket and then puts it on vegetables that she eats. Come on now. We may have salmonella, but that shit's crazy. I can't. These turtles are even turning against me. My anxiety is now to Saturn. No one is being kind to me. I am truly the victim in everything, but not as much of a victim as these 2 terribly victimized people, Felicity Huffman and Lori Logan. Logan became the faces of college admissions scandal 5 years ago, and they handled it very differently. One went to the clink and one denied everything. And the one that denied everything got away with it basically. So, there you go. And the other one went to jail. So let's see. That's how I plan to play this allegedly. In other news, what the actual hell, Belgium? Blue jersey, brown shorts, white socks. Belgium's new kit is a tribute to a comic book legend, Tintin. If Kevin De Bruyne goes back to his old haircut, he will make a perfect Tintin at soccer's European Championship this summer. I have to be honest with you, I have never watched soccer, but if they put a bunch of Tintins on the pitch, I might do it this year. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. The Belgium Football Association unveiled a new home and away kit for its male and female internationals on Thursday. The home kit includes the traditional red color worn by the national team, whose players are nicknamed the Red Devils and the Red Flames, but the away kit is a tribute to Belgian cartoonist Hergé and the character that made his fame, Tintin, the intrepid reporter. uh, it's composed of a blue jersey with a white collar and brown shorts. I will tell you, hello, Ballgagger 4000. I am Turtle Lady. I'm Turtle Lady, and if you are if you are up on the what the hails craze that has gone on forever, I run a for-profit turtle sanctuary. I may or may not poop in a bucket that I use to, oh gosh, as compost, for my vegetable garden. I may or may not be a giant thunder cow, allegedly in Minecraft, and I may just be a horrible person, allegedly. But I may also be a crybaby. So, you know, if you are up on all of that, also, y'all, what did I do this week yesterday? Because, oh my goodness, I made now I'm going to remake these because I can make them better, but I made turtle hand puppets. Do do do. Help! Get us out. She poops in a literal bucket and then uses it for fertilizer. We have salmonella, but even we find that a step too far. Oh no, she's looking at us. Let's see. I will say, as a person who allegedly might do laundry at some point, brown shorts, if they have to do those sliding things, might be a good idea. In his action-packed adventures, Tintin often wears a blue sweater over a white collared shirt paired with brown cutoff pants, white socks, and brown shoes. Tintin also has a trademark quiff haircut. Over the years, Belgian media has often pointed to the resemblance of Belgian midfielder Kevin De Bruyne to Tintin, particularly when Manchester City star sported a shorter haircut. Quote, as a big Tintin fan, I'm delighted that our Red Devils will be conquering Europe in a jersey based on one of Belgium's biggest heroes, said Piet van der Den der Reche. I don't speak Belgian. I don't know. Look, I am from Florida. I don't speak foreign. So there you go. Belgium is gonna be a bunch of Tintins running around on the pitch when they're in good news because, I need to feed a bunch of turtles, but possibly bad news for everyone else. There is going to be a double brood of cicadas this year. So, yay for everyone. You thought you were going to have a quiet summer? Well, look, I'm going to let the turtles eat all the cicadas. So, no more dumpster diving for me this summer. Parts of the US are about to experience a rare natural phenomenon, the simultaneous emergence of two enormous adjacent broods of periodical cicadas. More than a trillion of these noisy bugs are set to pop out of the ground starting around late April. The joy of life. Yeah, Fry is looking very, very cute. Let's see. The two broods, one concentrated in the US Midwestern states. Well, thank God I'm in Florida and not in Indiana because that would suck all the balls. And the other in the South and Midwest, with a small area of overlap in Illinois, emerged together only once in every 221 years. Thank God I'm alive to see this. I mean, it's a real great blessing for the turtles, for me. Here is an explanation of what is expected to occur during this dual emergence. Oh, are they going to fight each other like dueling alien hives where one queen has to fight the other for dominance? I am there for it. What is a cicada? Cicadas are relatively large insects, 1 to 2 inches, possessing sturdy bodies, bulging compound eyes, and membranous wigs. There are many different kinds of cicadas. They all look like tiny flying demons. Using needle-like mouth parts, cicadas feed on plant juices drawn from roots of deciduous trees and shrubs. They spend much of their life cycle, years on end, underground as nymphs, feeding on roots and drinking the tree juice. After they emerge, male adults sing and drive humans nuts to attract females, special organs called tymbals on the first segment of their abdomen. The song's pitch, tone, and frequency and volume are specific to individual species. Cicadas live as adults for only a few weeks, but just as long enough to render most humans psychotic. Uh, then they die after reproducing. Numerous birds and mammals eat cicadas. I can only imagine how many fry will consume. How do periodical and annual cicadas differ? With annual cicadas, some individuals emerge during any given year. They spend 1 to 9 years underground as nymphs. You know, look, I am I am a professional minister. I preach all of the Lord's good book from my pole. I used to be a stripper. I am okay with it. I have a unique preaching style. I do spins while teaching the good book. It's a way to, get people in. I am ordained by the Universalist Church Online, uh, but I am of the opinion if Noah forgot to put those damn bugs on the ark, it wouldn't have been a bad thing. But you really do have to come down on Sundays. Uh, preaching the book of Daniel while doing an upside down spin on the pole is a beautiful thing. It brings the Lord's work to so many people, all 5 of them and all the turtles. They wouldn't let me in. They have hate in their heart. I don't know if they're ready for a woman preacher. I don't know if it was the turtles or the pole, but they just weren't ready for that kind of progressiveness. Periodical cicadas have a more specific and longer lengths of time that they spend underground as nymphs, generally 13 to 17 years, and a synchronized emergence. That means all the members of a particular brood emerge the same year from late April into June, depending on the location. All of the periodical cicadas sharing the same life cycle that emerge together in a given year are called a brood. No, they're called a pain in the ass, a PITA, if you will. PITA, a pain in the ass, a PITA. There are more than 3,000 species of cicadas worldwide, but only 9 are periodical, and 7 of those of the genus Magicata are found in North America, the gift that just keeps on giving. In India, a periodical species of I don't care. So what to why? Just why can't we stop this? The next time this will occur will be in 2045. I feel like that right now. You have hate in your heart. That is just mean. You are not a nice person. Why are you trying to make why are you trying to make my anxiety over the roof? In a person that has aged a bit badly, Scott Peterson appears virtually in California court as LA Innocence Project takes up murder case. Uh, oh. No worries. Scott Peterson appeared virtually in court Tuesday, nearly 20 years after he was convicted of unaliving his pregnant wife, as lawyers with Los Angeles Innocent Projects ask lawyers to order new DNA tests and allow their investigators to access evidence connected with a burglary across the street from the couple's California home. Peterson was sentenced to death after a jury found him guilty of murder in the deaths of Lacey and the unborn child they planned to name Connor. Yeah, and he was a cheaterson. Prosecutors said he killed Lacey and dumped her body in San Francisco Bay on Christmas Eve 2002. The death sentence was later overturned, and he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. The LA Innocence Project has now taken up Peterson's case. The group suggests in court documents that Lacey Peterson may have witnessed a Christmas Eve break in across the street from the couple's home in Modesto and had been kidnapped and unalived by burglars. The filings in San Mateo County Superior Court represent a long shot bid to exonerate the 51-year-old Peterson 2 decades after his arrest captivated the nation. In January, the LA Innocence Project filed motions on his behalf to, quote, order further discovery of evidence and allow new DNA testing to support our investigation into Mr. Peterson's claim of actual innocence, the group's director, Paula Mitchell, said in a statement Tuesday. The project is seeking DNA tests on materials connected to the burglary, on tarps and a plastic bag found at waterfront near the bodies washed up separately. In addition, the group's attorneys are asking for police reports and audio and video recordings from interviews of suspects and witnesses connected to the burglary. The court filings claim that Modesto Police Department improperly withheld materials and were too hasty in declaring that the burglars had no connection with the killings. They just had they just had hate in their heart. Thank you so much for becoming a new member, Welsh Lady Reads. I mean, look, I say he's guilty of cheating, so send him to Snake Island, but maybe I think they kinda jumped to him right away, so give it another look and then slam the door. I'm okay with giving it another look and then, send him directly to Snake Island. I don't think that anyone else had a motive, but that's just me. I am a very good judge of character. Uh, San Elias County Prosecutor David Harris told Superior Court Judge Elizabeth Hill it will take time to go through old materials, much of which he believes was already litigated at trial and again during Peterson's appeals. There's a lot of back and forth from the record, and there is going to be a large amount of reading from both sides, Harris said. Uh, One of the burglary's suspects, named in court filings as DM, denied he had anything to do with the break in, but suggested to police that maybe burglars were confronted by Lacey Peterson and they, quote, did something stupid, end quote. DM further claimed to have knowledge that someone other than Mr. Peterson killed Lacey Peterson because he stated he knows Mr. Peterson is innocent, the filings said. The In court, Mitchell said her group's requests are not a fishing expedition. They are very precise and very specific. Thank you, Baldo Gagger. Uh, Not when all the snakes are venomous and some of them spit acid that can burn you. But, you know, some people like to live on the wild side and I don't kink shame. Thank you very much. Thank you for I hope you're having a good day, Christine, and thank you for being a member for 4 months. There are a couple things I don't understand, but as long as you don't tell me about it unless I ask and you're not asking for me to, to watch, I am okay. Uh, let's see. In the original trial, prosecutors presented mostly circumstantial evidence while arguing that Peterson was having an affair with a Fresno massage therapist. When he killed Lacey, took her body out in a fishing boat and dumped her in the bay. Peterson appeared in court via Zoom for Tuesday's status conference. The judge set the next two hearings for April 16th and May 9th or 29th. Peterson will also attend those hearings remotely from Mule Creek State Prison southeast of Sacramento. Today's hearing was just the first step in a long process. We have not commented on our motions, and we will continue to present our case in court where it should be adjudicated. Mitchell said in a statement, the National Innocence Project has distanced itself from the Los Angeles group, saying in a press release issued after court filings that the Southern California nonprofit is wholly independent of the Innocent Project. Wow. Well, that's just mean. They should stand by their people, you know? Just terrible. In funnier news, I believe this is my state of the world, Florida, because of course. What was that ish fun? Motorcyclist with will run license plate and a mullet and a glorious one at that, flees video shows. While he did say will run, that probably won't be a very effective defense at his trial. Cops in Florida arrested a motorcycle with will run license plate after a chase through several cities with speeds upward of 140 miles per hour. Your Honor, I would like to put forth that I do accept, community service hours, volunteers, or, you know, service people. I have a lot of work around the turtle sanctuary. I have, gardens that need to be tended to. So if he would like to, come here and work for me and help the turtles, I am willing to put the glorious mullet to work. Uh, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office said, according to a probable cause arrest affidavit obtained by Law and Crime, a deputy was patrolling the area of Dunlawton Avenue in Port Orange when he saw a group of motorcycles popping wheelies. Well, what are you supposed to do if you have a motorcycle? If you're not popping wheelies, I don't understand. Uh, he saw one of the motorcyclists had a license plate, Will Run, which he recognized as who allegedly fled police during Bike Week the week before. The deputy noticed the license plate was invalid and started following the crew. He pulled up to them at a stoplight, got out of his car, and walked up to them. That's when the motorcyclist, identified as 19-year-old Aston. Okay, we need to have a talk, y'all. This is Mo. This is Mo here. Parents, come here. Come here. If you're gonna give your kid a fairly common name, but you're gonna spell it awkwardly, you are setting your kids up for basically every time they fill something out or have to explain their name to basically say, "Look, my parents were a-holes. I am sorry. It sounds like Taylor, but it's spelled TAHHGYULARBTQ. My parents are a-holes. I am sorry. That is what you are setting them up for. If you are okay with that, that is fine. As a person that struggles with spelling and peopling, that is just one extra step of peopling that you are setting your child up and spelling. Think about it. That is all. This has been a Mo advice moment. Ashton Jarvis allegedly took off. Well, he has a mullet. The mullet made him do it. The sheriff's office posted the video montage of Jarvis's joyride. He ran a stoplight, and weaved in and out of traffic. The sheriff's helicopter followed Jarvis from the air. Jarvis eventually got onto I-4 where he increased his speed. He's still westbound on I-4. Let's see if well, I mean, he did tell them he was gonna run. I feel like he was being honest. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going that fast, but, if they're going 80. Oh, I guess they stopped him, and that's sad. They caught him. That's just not fair. No, honest to God, you wanna put me in and this is Mo speaking, you wanna put me in my worst, like, nightmare situation? A spelling bee. A spelling bee of any sort in front of people and trying to spell, because I can't visualize words in my head, I have to write them down, and even then, it's a crapshoot. Like, I'll text something in my phone, and even the autocorrect is like, "Heifer, what in the hell are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "Well, allegedly, I'm trying to say, you know, discombobulated, but apparently that is not even right." So let me try to spell it closer, or let me try to wrongly spell it closer to the sort of word that you can kind of correct. Yeah, no, I am terra bad at spelling. I am glad for autocorrect, except when I am spelling the word right, and then it, uh, changes it, and I'm like, "No, I have never met ducking in my entire life. Never in the never in the history of ever autocorrect, and you should know me by now. You should know me. I have never meant ducking. Please stop with your stupidity." Let's see. High rate of speed. He's matching our speed now. We're doing about 130 and he's pulling away from us. Jarvis got off the highway and continued to speed through surface speed streets. At one point, he started circling a patrol cruiser and yelled at the cop, "What happens if I stop?" An affidavit said the officer pulled out his taser and Jarvis got off his motorcycle. The cops took him into custody. "Oh, man, was that fun?" A deputy asked Jarvis when he approached him. Ashton said, "Not really." That when asked about the fake tag, Jarvis reportedly said he saw it in the video and thought it was funny, so he decided to buy it. He said his real license plate was at home. Uh, he was taken to jail on fleeing and eluding charges and has since bonded out. His court date is scheduled for May. I say we all go in and support this man just for, you know, hilarity. Thank you for joining or for being on Rumble. No, I didn't mean to do that. In other news, the world's southernmost post office seeks workers to sort mail and count penguins. So if you are looking for a job, if you are dreaming of, you know, going to new places, learning new skills, working with animals, they love you too, Farrell. Nice to see you. Hope you are doing well. The world's southernmost post office is seeking 3 employees to spend 4 months sorting mail and counting penguins at Antarctica's post office. I am almost tempted, but I have turtles to take care of. I may ask Mo if she's okay with going. She could use a vacation. She might be intrigued. 4 months, no people, only penguins. Well, 2 other people, only penguins. She might take a chance. Is there Wi-Fi though? Because she would need to continue to stream. It is a thought. UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, the organization that runs the so-called Penguin Post Office at Britain's Port Lockroy base at Goiter Island, is seeking 3 people to staff the post office from November of this year until March 2025. I don't know if they'll pick an American, a Yank, but I'm sure Mo is willing to throw her hat in. Look, we got 3 teenage girls in our house. I've only got turtles. The workers' duties will include sorting through letters and postcards, selling postage stamps, running a small gift shop, and keeping count of Port Lockroyd's colony of about 100 and or 1,500 get-to penguins. Gouder, Goudier, Goiter or Gouder? Goudier? Look, Zach, you figure it out. He is my English and oh, I am intrigued. Oh, is that because of the, accounting firm that did all the mismanagement? They blamed post office managers for and then had them repay and refund, but basically smeared the heck out of post office managers to the point where some people self-deleted, but it was all this finance company doing ridiculous shenanigans, and they've yet to apologize to the people that they smeared. I think I heard something about this. Hey, I need you. I am a grammar outlaw. I'm a grammar Bonnie and Clyde, if you will. Well, I don't need it. I got it right. Yay. I am such a news junkie that I even pay attention to British news. I haven't started with Denmark newspaper. I only have so many hours in the day. Let's see. The post office processes up to 80,000 letters and postmark or cards each year, the majority of which are mailed out by passengers on cruise ships that stop at the island during the southern hemisphere's summer. The available positions are base leader, general assistant, and shop manager. I'm going for base leader. Applicants must be residents of the United Kingdom, racist, and must be prepared to bunk with 5 other people. Hard pass. Go on long stretches without phone or internet access and make do without running water for the duration of their stay. Yeah, I can see why they're having trouble. The UK Antarctic Heritage Trust says there's other important downside to consider: the smell of guano for 5 months. They're really selling this. You know, they're really selling this. This sounds like a wonderful opportunity that is relaxing, wonderful. Let's see. No running water, so that means smelly people, close quarters, no phone, no internet, and the smell of droppings. You know, it's like all your favorite things put together. Oh, wait, no, this wasn't. In a story that is close to Moe's home, brother of Indiana mom who died on a flight from Dominican Republic reveals cause of death. Autopsy results for an Indiana mother of two who died in February on a flight home from her vacation in the Dominican Republic have reportedly been released. A forensic pathologist told Stephanie Smith's family that the 41-year-old woman died of natural causes, specifically a carotid artery dissection in her neck, her brother Chris Volz said in an interview with ABC News. It was truly a tragic medical event that happened, he told the outlet, adding that the autopsy did not suggest foul play. Smith was on an American Airlines flight from Punta Cana, headed to a connection in Charlotte, North Carolina, when she suddenly began convulsing soon after takeoff, forcing the plane to divert to Turks and Caicos, as her friend Maria Yanotti previously told Fox News Digital. Her boyfriend had told us they were getting ready to get altitude or they hadn't been in the air very long, but he said he looked over and her head was tilted back in her seat. Her eyes were rolled back to the back of her head, and he thought she was making fun of them. They normally joke around like that, said Yanati, who was on the trip to Punta Cana with her fiance, Smith, and Smith's boyfriend. And he said the next thing you know, she was convulsing. Smith's boyfriend asked flight attendants for help, and they began performing CPR to no avail. The Turks and Caicos Island police announced that day they received a call at 6:20 or 12 p.m. from air traffic control tower requesting medical assistance for a 41-year-old female who at the time was receiving CPR. Authorities dispatched a medical team and police to the scene and transported Smith to the Cheshire Hall Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead. Just before her plane took off, Smith texted Yanati at 4:55 p.m., asking her to remind her to call when she reached her connection in Charlotte because she had a funny story to tell. Yanati said Smith and her boyfriend went with them on a trip to celebrate Yanati's fiance's birthday. Everything she had, I had. Yanati said we ate about the same meals, we drank about the same drinks. It wasn't like anyone was belligerent. We just had our nice drinks by the pool, by the beach. I mean, most of the time, we just watched them open the bottles right in front of us. We were having a great time. We played beach volleyball. We swam. Yanati, who said she's known Smith for nearly 2 years because they were partners were friends, went on to describe her friend as a ball of energy and the life of the party. She's definitely one of the kind. She was a ball of energy. She's always willing to help someone, excited and always smiling. When I first met her, we just knew we were going to click because she was personality like myself. She was just full of life. I mean, she would give anybody the shirt off her back. Sometimes she would put people before herself. She loved to have a good time. She loved to laugh, sing karaoke, just the life of the party. Smith leaves behind a 18-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter. Her body is expected to be flown back to the United States next week, ABC reported. I feel so bad for those kiddos. I am glad that it sounds bad. I'm glad this was of natural causes. When you have an aortic dissension in the neck, I mean, there was nothing that could be done. She could have been in surgery, and there was just nothing. Um, but it it is terribly sad, and I hope those kiddos are getting all the help and support and love they actually need. Um, this is this is life-changing and heartbreaking, and I really do hope that they're getting all the help that they need. Sorry, Fry did something and I was like, "Oh, spirit matter, I am so very sorry." I know that loss is such a big thing, and I hope that you are starting to have more good memories than pain. I know the pain is always gonna be there, but hopefully you're starting to get some good memories that are reminding you of joy and the good times. So, I am glad it was a natural thing that they didn't find any shenanigans that would bring additional pain, because I know there was a big worry about that when this story first broke. Um, and on a final note, just to make you feel better about yourself, you guys, Kylie Jenner cannot sell her home. So there you go. Amid conspiracies that she is broke. Sorry, I can't keep up the voice. I don't know how many packs of Pall Malls, Lynette smoked, allegedly, but, however she came by that voice naturally, it took effort, and I may be a method actress, but I am not. uh, I'll have to say that I have been a little lax, but I need to, right. I might be taking him to the vet today. He's been a little off, today and yesterday, so I might be taking him to the vet. So he's kinda been lethargic, so I didn't wanna put him on today if he was gonna yak on. Probably. I would not doubt it. Let's see. Conspiracy theories are swirling on social media, dissecting the true extent of Kylie Jenner's riches or perhaps lack thereof. They all come as the entrepreneur has been trying to offload her Beverly Hills mansion since 2022. He was pretty Twitter-pated and, excitable last night, so he might just be really tired because he was up and hyper last night with the storms, but he just seemed kinda off this morning, so I didn't wanna put him on if he was gonna get sick or something like that. You know, when you're not feeling the greatest, you don't wanna be on camera. A TikTok user with the handle @Michelle Talk has unraveled the enigma surrounding Jenner's ostensible opulence in a video that's gone viral. I think that these celebrities are not as wealthy as we think they are, especially Kylie Jenner, the user Michelle says in a clip. Not that Kylie Jenner is struggling or anything. I don't think she's close to being homeless, but I think that she lives well beyond her means, and that's why she's has a new business venture every 2 to 5 days. Detailing, Jenner's property portfolio, Michelle mentioned Jenner's multiple homes in Southern California worth a combined 80 million. I will do that. He's sleeping comfortably and his respirations are okay, so I think he might just be, uh he was really excited last night, like, wanting to go play and doing that kinda thing, so I might just be a worrywart. Do you know how much it costs to keep upkeep an $80 million real estate, she says? Not only is she paying mortgages on each house, she's paying for gardening, landscaping, she's paying for security systems on all 3 houses. She also has her own private jet, 73 million. Michelle adds, that doesn't even include the cost of the staff of the plane or to store the plane. Let's see. She needs money to upkeep her lifestyle, she adds in the video, because she lives way beyond her means. She's not passionate about any of this stuff. She's just throwing S at the wall and seeing what sticks, Michelle says, referring to Jenner's recent business ventures or that include fragrance. Oh, thank you for the super sticker. Let's see. Ricky Martirana. Hopefully I said that right. It would not be the first time I didn't say it right, though, to be honest. But thank you. Yes. Well, that's good. Close enough. You know, close is good with names, but not TNT. So, I mean, look, I don't really care what Kylie Jenner does. I can't even look, I have never ever watched my confession in life. I have never watched a single episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Because I refuse. I have coined the term, Genlennial. I refuse to be termed a millennial. I have the soul of a Gen Xer, in my body, even though I'm a cusper, I should be a millennial. I am not. I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm a Genlennial. I don't care what this woman does. Look, it is a struggling economy. People don't want to buy these dumb houses. Who wants to take a bath with windows? I will never understand people. It's not a very pretty house. I would never want to live where Gavin Newsom rules, but that's just me. I reject your reality and insert my own. And that is the newsy news for you guys. I am going to be redirecting you to Crime Spies, but she does not come on until 11. She is doing something with the Rust trial. I did not see anything for Baker, so you guys have a little wait. Uh, but please save the turtles. Get us out. Help! Help me, please. I'm gonna have to do a commercial where there's, a Sarah McLachlan light, like 25% different, sound in the background, and it's just a poop bucket in her. Oh my gosh, the shenanigans that go on in my head. Any Hoozle, have a wonderful weekend, I think there might be another storm system coming. Oh, Megan is live? Well, then let me see if I can redirect you to Megan. Uh, but do remember that Crime Spies is coming up, and she does a wonderful job. She has the most wonderful Minnesota accent, And if you need a Minnesota accent, kind of top up, she does have the most wonderful Minnesota accent. Aha. Well, there you go. You are now going to be directed to Megan Fox. I am going to go pick up 3 kiddos because, of course, I have, um I have 2 kids that are have a half day because why not? And then 1 kid who school decided that Thursday was their last day, so I'm picking her up from her bonus mom. Just like, come on, schools, can we work together to help a mom out? But anywho, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Say something kind to yourself. Look, y'all, I know more than anyone that that mean thunder cow voice can be so super loud sometimes. And you have to work really hard to say something kind to yourself. And, you know, one way that you can try to do that is say kind things to others. Sometimes being kind to others can really help you see kind things about yourself. And honest to goodness, it's been a hard couple years. So saying random kind things to other people helps us people. And you get to see people's faces light up, which is also nice. And then you people, now, unfortunately, for sometimes people wanna hug you, and then you have to take evasive actions. You know, then you have to, like, stick out your leg and run away. Just kidding. If Valhalla tries to hug me, I will relent and let him hug me, but I'm just not a big hugger. Have a great weekend, guys. I will see you later. I am sending you over to Megan Fox, and then I'm going to hustle out of here to get daughter and check on Fry. I will see you guys later. Bye.